folks, one of the most anticipated matchups of the entire regular season. Two national championship contenders, each ranked in the top 5. Which side can step up and deliver on this big stage? Welcome to Oxford, Mississippi, and Vaught-Hemingway Stadium, home field of the Ole Miss Rebels. As we'll see the runner-up from last year's national championship, the Florida Gators, taking on a playoff team from last year, the Ole Miss Rebels. For EA Sports College Football, Chris Fowler, joined as always by Kirk Herbstreit. Kirk, let's get right to the action. And the Gators will kick this away and start us off. Here comes the return from deep in the end zone. Makes it to the 16. That's good coverage there. Looking out throwing here to start the drive. Receiver makes the catch. They bring him down, but the drive has now reached the 35.
You know, we talked this week with the offensive coordinator about what makes this receiver so special. He kept referring to his route running. Here's an example of that. Great route, enough separation to give the quarterback a nice lane to throw the football.
On 1st and 10, looking to throw. Choosing to just throw the ball away that time. 2nd down play now coming up. Kirk, both sides told us they knew this was going to be a challenge. The biggest test they've had so far this season. Good to see this matchup get off to a good start. Bodes well.
Chris, I'm just excited to see how this game's going to unfold. Both of these teams are going to be so fired up throughout the entire game. I think it's going to be a true test of wills between two teams that have performed as they're destined to be in that postseason at the end of the year.
Quarterback will throw this out of the RPO.
Well, it's a game of matchups. Always has been and it always will be, especially on the perimeter. And the quarterback believes his guy is better than their guy.
Big moment on the opening drive. They face 3rd down. Dropping back. We're going to throw for the 1st down. Quarterback delivers complete to the right side. He'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. And the Rebels will come to the line to run the hurry-up. And they'll run it out of the shotgun.
Hey, it's a great job of this defense containing the running game. But if I'm calling the plays, I'm not abandoning the running game just yet. I think it's important to have some sense of balance. So throwing and running is essential. Stick with it.
Second down after that previous play. And from the shotgun, an inside handoff. Going to try to run inside, but nowhere to go.
Boy, you'd love to see a few more yards here to give yourself a better chance on 3rd down. Now, here early in this game, we get a big 3rd down to see if this offensive line can keep the pressure off the quarterback.
Now it's 3rd and long for this offense. Football right at midfield. Dropping back. We're going to throw for the 1st down. Intercepted. Picked off by the defense. And the player is down injured after that last play. Let's take a timeout while they check him out. Just underway, and this home crowd is fired up and ready to make a difference today. Quarterback will throw it off the run-pass option. They bring him down, but that gain moves the ball all the way to the 31.
Well, this is what coaches love to see. A quarterback with the ability to read the defense properly and then just get it to the open man. Sometimes it sounds simple, but it's tough to execute. This time we have good recognition by the quarterback. Then he gets it down to the tight end. You can see what he can do after the catch.
Screen to the wide receiver. Good execution. Gets a block and gets the first down.
You know, each receiver brings something a little bit different to the table, Chris. To me, the outside receivers usually are a little bit longer, taller guys. You get those slot receivers in the inside, not only can they make the catch, but they have quickness to make plays after the catch. Great example of that right here.
When they don't block the defensive end, who shows some quickness, Kirk, getting around the edge that time.
Yeah, this guy's usually getting around the edge to put pressure on the quarterback, but he reminds everybody here that this guy's a complete package. Not only can he pressure the quarterback, but also he is very, very talented and shows you the physicality he has against the run as well. I'm a big fan of the RPO. It is a dangerous play for the quarterback. You've got to make the right decision. On this play, it just seemed like he was a little hesitant, unsure, and it cost him here with an incompletion.
And here comes the noise. This crowd is trying to inspire this defense to make a big red zone stop. Drops back, looking to throw for it on third down. Catch made on the right side. That's a big gain. The tackle is made. The offense is now set up with a 1st and goal from the 8. So he finds one of his favorite targets. Kirk, defense thinking, what do we have to do to stop this guy?
How about the double coverage on third down? Great call to be able to try to take away this highly touted wide receiver. And the quarterback is still looking to go to his guy.
Touchdown, Florida. Strong game by this quarterback.
That's taking advantage of a matchup there, Chris, by the quarterback finding his receiver. He puts the ball up in the air where he can make a play on it. And they come up with that touchdown.
So they'll try to add to the lead now with a PAT. PAT is good. They jump in front, 7-0. So after putting up the touchdown, the kickoff team is out there and booted away. He thought about returning it, but instead takes a knee. It'll be a touchback, and they'll start at the 25. And the first play of the drive now from the 25. He'll hand it off. They stop him after a 6-yard gain, so 2nd and 4.
Great offenses are able to stay ahead of the chains, and runs like that on first down are exactly what I'm talking about. Now you have a lot that you can call here on this 2nd down.
What's the play call here on 2nd down for this offense? And the same runner's got it again. Breaks loose at the 45. Breaks into the clear. Past the 20. Motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Rebels.
Chris, all week I wondered if this back might get loose and come up with a big play like this. The defense had their back turned, couldn't really see where he was. By the time they realized it, he just had too much speed, and he's able to take it to the end zone.
And he knocks the PAT right down the middle. Kickoff team out there, they are fired up after just scoring a touchdown. And from deep in the end zone, they'll bring it out. Solid coverage there. They get it at the 15. That's when the offense will take over. Looks like a man is down on the field after the last play, so we'll take a timeout. Here's the first play of the drive now, backed up at the 15. First down, looking to throw the football. Here's a quick screen to the receiver. And the defense swarms, not much of a gain on that completion.
Anytime you have a chance to get this wide receiver isolated, to get the ball in his hands, you do it.
Getting set. Here's 2nd down. Missed his receiver. It's incomplete.
I'm not sure the quarterback makes the right decision on this one. I think if he'd do it over again, he would have found a different target downfield. But he made his decision. That one's incomplete.
After the 2nd down incompletion, we'll have to convert here on 3rd down and 8. throw for the first down. It's an out route. The catch made. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain.
Well, it's third down. The defense knows he's going to get the ball. You still can't stop the quarterback finding this receiver to be able to pick up another first down for this offense.
And the ball is handed off out of the shotgun. They tackle him right at the 35-yard line.
I tell you, to be able to pick up a nice gain like that, those offensive linemen have to sustain their blocks. Gave him a chance and a really nice gain.
Offense getting set. Second down play here. It's a shotgun run call. The senior able to make the stop after a short gain.
Chris, I know it's not a huge gain. You didn't pick up the first down, but it's still early in this game. Never abort this running game. You keep working. It's kind of like a body blow in a boxing match. Keep wearing the defense down, and eventually you can hit a big one.
It's a wide receiver screen. The Gators are moving quickly down the field.
And you just continue to see the chemistry between these two. And they told us yesterday in our production meeting, they spent hours and hours of working and developing that chemistry and that rhythm by throwing together throughout those summer months. And, man, it's starting to really pay off. He's become his security blanket for the quarterback, especially on third down. Get him the ball.
And they finally get him down, but a huge gain to wrap up this first quarter. So some early drama here. We're all even at the end of one. Let's take a quick pause and check out the stats from this first quarter. So here we go. First play of the quarter. The offense has a first down. And the wideout goes in motion. Out of the shotgun, he hands it off. They bring him down right at the 20. This offense set up now in the red zone.
Well, you keep getting these chunk runs by this offense. They keep moving the chains and putting a lot of pressure on this defense, especially on a long drive like this. This defense looks clearly worn down.
The Gators will line up on 1st and 10. The back's got it. And they've got him at the 5. Great run to set up scoring position here.
That is 2 consecutive runs for first downs. Give credit to the offensive line in this back, really getting into a rhythm, and they got this defense on its heels.
Keep it on the ground on 1st and goal. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Gators. Well, they were backed up to start the drive, but some bold play calling, great execution, and they reached the end zone.
You know, it's easy to just kind of pull your horns in and get conservative when you're pushed way back close to your own goal line, but not this offense. They came out, showed the confidence that they have in their quarterback, and it paid off. Nice touchdown.
They'll take off from deep in the end zone. Tackled at the 13. Not great field position to start the drive. And the Rebels offense back out on the field. They punched it into the end zone the last time. Let's see if this defense has made some adjustments to stop them this time. Receivers now getting some new assignments before the snap. Moving the receiver around pre-snap. First play of the drive, they'll come out throwing. Caught by the receiver. And he runs out of bounds. That's a big gainer there.
Well, this wide receiver has it all. We know about his leaping ability and his speed. But what I've seen today is the precise route running. Another example of it there, and the timing with this quarterback and this receiver is just a thing of beauty.
Gain moves the ball to a 34.
Boy, I'm a big fan of that jet sweep motion like that. It really forces a defense to stretch them out horizontally and can create some vertical seams for this offense. They got some positive yards. Didn't quite get the first down, but I'll tell you what they've done. Planted a seed on this defense, and they better defend this style of playing moving forward.
Stop right near midfield. It'll be a first down.
Defense defense kind of lost a running back here. Makes a nice catch and gets the first down in the process.
The Rebels looking to run some tempo here. Back to throw again. Bringing pressure. Going to try to use his legs here. The tackle is made, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what that's about. So the holding call on the offense will back them up 10, and they'll try it again. First down here for this offense. Quarterback drops back. We're going to test the secondary. And he can't hold on right in his hands, and he dropped it.
I think the receiver was so focused on setting up the defender on his slant route that he didn't get his head turned and his eyes up to be able to locate the football. He just dropped it.
Quarterback wants to throw it on second down. On the run, he'll let it go. He's got it in the open. Tackle made after a big play all the way to the 41. Offense keeps moving. It's a completion for a first down.
Okay, here they go. Big first down, good pickup, and they are off and running.
Second down after that run on the previous play. We'll change the pre-snap look now. Off the play fake, looking to throw the football. Looks to the left, and it's complete. And the Rebels pick up enough to get a first down there. The offense going with the hurry-up.
Nice execution here for the first down, and this is what they like to do. Doesn't necessarily have to be a big pass play to get this tempo kicked into gear, but here they come.
Quick throw to his receiver. Finds a man downfield. That's a big gain to the right. Tackle made at the 13th, but here we go, a red zone opportunity. First and 10 now for the offense. And they're moving the receiver now before the snap. Quick pass. Here comes a jet sweep.
And that jet sweep action puts so much pressure on a defense. You get so locked in on the ball attacking you downhill. But when offenses sprinkle this kind of offense in, it stretches this defense out wide and can create some vertical seams for big plays.
So down here in the red zone, every yard tough to find. Here is a crucial play coming up. Throwing up play action. Pass rush closing in. And he could not be stopped. Touchdown, Ole Miss.
Boy, how exciting has this first half been? We get a touchdown here. They're an extra point away from tying this game up. A lot of great action here.
And now to try here for the extra point. And it's up and good. Got momentum after scoring that touchdown. Now the kickoff team out there to kick it away. Doesn't bring the kick out. Touchback. They'll start at the 25. So the first play of the drive here coming up. Less than 2 minutes left on the clock. And there's the handoff. Moves the ball up to the 30.
I think this defense keeps thinking about them throwing the football, and by doing that, they're opening up running lanes. Good positive yards there by the running back.
Offense getting set. It's second down. There's the snap. Looking to throw the ball. Quarterback delivers quickly, a receiver on the screen. The defense grabs him after the completion. He's just short of a first down.
This receiver in the slot is giving this defense all kinds of problems. He has another catch on the day. You may want to adjust out, get out of your base, maybe try 5 or 6 defensive backs on the field. Somebody that can match up more athletically against this slot receiver.
He's brought down at the 38-yard line.
And the Gators getting set on 1st and 10. Handoff from the shotgun. Picks up 3 yards, so 2nd and 7.
Defense does a really nice job here of being able to contain that run game, held him just at 2 yards. Chris, to me, this changes the playbook a little bit now for the offense. The guy calling the plays at 2nd and 8, that's a different deal. Now he's got to probably thinking about going through the air instead.
Oh, they trap him for a sack. And now the defense will call a timeout for this critical down just to get everybody on the same page.
A really good job by this defense. The quarterback looked to be trying to work through his progressions to find his open receiver, but before he knew it, he's on his back.
Looking to throw it on 3rd and very long. Moves out of the pocket. Fires it on the move. It's incomplete. This efficient offense doesn't convert on 3rd down this time.
Well, Chris, obviously they had to go through the air there to try to pick up this 3rd down and long, but when you're so far behind the chains, boy, you really allow this defense to dictate things, and it allows them to put pressure on your quarterback and can affect the timing, as we saw on this play.
And the returner brought down by the coverage team. Here's the first play of the drive. They start at the 28. On 1st and 10 here, looking to throw the ball. Catch made on the left side. Defense surrounds him. Just a short gain on that completion. The offense will quickly spend a timeout here. Play.
Well, you can tell the quarterback knew exactly what he wanted to do with the football. He was going to that in route no matter what. He hits it for a nice gain.
Pass caught. 2nd down now. Offense moving receivers around now before the snap. A pop pass on the jet sweep. Spinning out of the tackle. Tackle at the 40. That'll earn a fresh set of downs. They move the 6, but hurry to the line here on 1st down now. Quarterback drops back from the shotgun, looking for a receiver. He's going to take off here. Defense brings him to the ground as the final seconds of the first half tick away. Meadow's going to wrap up the first half here. Let's kick it now to Kevin Connors with our halftime update. The Rebels will kick this away to start the second half. And they'll just take a knee. Drive will start at the 25-yard line. The Florida offense retakes the field. They're looking for some points to jump on top here as we get the 3rd quarter going. Looking to throw it on 1st down. Pressure is coming. Just flings it out of bounds and pass rush closing in. At the 25, it's 2nd and 10. Can they make it a 3rd and manageable here? Keep it on the ground. There's the handoff. Running with purpose. They'll tackle him right at the 31.
Well, they didn't bust that for a big play, but it makes this 3rd down coming up a little bit more manageable, and that certainly has a lot of value.
The gain sets up a 3rd down play. Quarterback drops back, probing the secondary. Good throw to the flat. It's a screen. They drag him down after a big gain. Ball moved all the way to the 38.
Well, that's exactly how you dice up a zone coverage. Nice throw downfield here on third down, and a really good route to give the quarterback a chance to make that play.
Inside give now from the shotgun. They try the middle, but stuffed for no gain.
Well, that's an excellent effort here by this defense, staying in their run fits. They holding their own at the line and making the tackle. The offense just couldn't get enough of a push to get anything going there.
Tied up here in the third quarter. These second down and long plays become important as they try to avoid third and long. They look to throw it here on second down. Gets made on the out route. And he's out of bounds after gaining decent yardage.
Chris, it's so much fun to watch the athleticism at the wide receiver position nowadays. The ability to make plays on the outside is extraordinary. And they bring a certain toughness, too, that catches my eye.
Quick pass, the catch is made. They make the tackle, but nice gain. Sends them up first down at the 14. The Gators pick up enough yardage to keep this drive rolling. Trying to flex the ground game here. Running back takes the handoff. Zero running room. Stop right at the line of scrimmage.
That back just had nowhere to go. Got to give credit to the defense and their run fits on that play.
Coming to the line on second down. This is important. They want to avoid a third and long. Here's a quick throw off the play fake. Brought down at the 5 after the catch. The offense really threatened that.
As we all know, Chris, red zone leads to tight windows. A lot of times you just get what you can get. Likely grateful this week forward to help this upcoming third down play.
Crucial. Third down coming up in the red zone. Can you keep the drive going, or will they have to settle for 3? They'll try to run for the first down. The Gators looking to keep this drive rolling.
Hey, I love how the back didn't really dance around trying to make a big play. He knew it was third down in inches, lower the shoulder, get the first down.
Here's a handoff on first and goal. Touchdown, Florida. And that will give them the lead now.
Chris, we get so caught up in this era of the spread, of throwing the football and the quarterback and the receivers. This is a great example of the value of having a running back that has a nose for the end zone and can take it in for a touchdown.
So after putting up the touchdown, the kickoff team is out there to boot it away. Trying to make a play from deep in his end zone. And he's brought down to the 16. He would have been better off leaving it in the end zone for a touchback. And the Ole Miss offense is back out on the field. First down, looking to throw the ball. The receiver makes the catch. He shreds the tackle. Defense shoves him out of bounds. Not much of a gain there. That completion makes it second and medium. Pre-snap motion from the receiver. They flip it to him on the jet sweep. That's a nice tackle there by the senior. That run sets up a critical third down play. Out of the gun now on third down. He's running out of time here. Makes the catch downfield. They bring him down, but a big chunk of yardage on the play. The Rebels hustle to the line to run the hurry out.
Really good job here of converting by this offense. And let's face it, at this point in the game, because they have such a big hole to climb out of, they've got to be able to convert and come up with a new set of downs. They do it here. Now they got a real shot to cut into this lead.
Tackle made after a nice pickup on the play.
where these big pass plays can jumpstart this offense a bit. And here they go at the tempo, looking to get this defense confused and out of position.
No huddle now for the offense. Quarterback checks the defensive look, makes some adjustments. Defense is coming after him. And down he goes. It's a sack.
Boy, good job here getting into the backfield and coming up with this sack here by the defensive line from the Florida Gators. And, Chris, you think about Florida, you think about defensive linemen, you think about an incredible history and legacy that they've had over the years. Start with Javon Kearse, the freak, what he was able to do, and Kevin Carter, all the sacks he came up with. Dante Fowler, such speed off the edge. Even Derek Harvey, boy, he had an incredible year in 06 when the Gators won the national championship. And we're still seeing them dominate the line of scrimmage today.
Offense coming to the line. They might have a chance for a couple more plays before we reach the end of the quarter. Quarterback looking to connect with the receiver here. And it's incomplete on a very quick throw.
Just a misfire here by the quarterback. These are tight windows, man. They open and close so quickly, you got to almost anticipate where you're going to put the ball.
Tailback tests the middle of the defense. Defense stops him short of the first down marker, and that'll do it in the third quarter of play. And as we take a break, take a quick look at how the national rankings stack up in the chase for those playoff positions. We're set now for the fourth quarter. Who's going to make the crucial plays to take home this W? An exciting start to the quarter here as the offense facing a third and goal. Out of the gun now on third down. Looking to the end zone. Touchdown, Rebels. Great catch when they desperately needed it.
Oh, the defense completely blows it here. They lose the tight end. He's a real option for this quarterback, especially on third and goal. I'm surprised they wouldn't put a big safety or a linebacker right on top of him. He's open, quarterback made the throw, and they got a touchdown.
He does his job with a PAT, and this ball game is tied here in the fourth quarter. And here's the return from inside the 5. And he stopped at the 19. Good job by the coverage team. And the Florida offense is back out on the field now. First play of the drive, we're going to throw the football. Running out of time in the pocket. Swarm to the pass rush, a sack.
Well, the defense would not be denied on this play. They come up with a sack. Quarterback really didn't have much of a chance at all. Lucky he just held on to the ball.
This offense faces a 2nd and 15. The O-line needs to regroup. Goes to his right side there for the completion. And he'll be brought down.
So much pressure on the defense against the RPO because you're always going to be wrong if it's executed correctly. Here they were determined to stop the run. Problem is, leave yourself vulnerable to a throw into a flat. Right flat's open, the quarterback makes the right throw. Look at these yards.
Short pass finds the tight end. The gain is not enough for first down, so it brings up a 4th and short.
Chris, this is somewhat of a surprise to me. These guys have been great on third down all year long, top 25 in the country, but just not enough on this one. You got to think they wish they could get that route back to run it past the sticks.
A running play called on 4th down. Tackle right at the 30, good enough to move the sticks.
Chris, I'll be honest, man. I thought on 4th down and 1, they might be just trying to draw the defense off sides, but they caught me and probably the defense by surprise as well, especially on their own side of the field. Gutsy play call right there to keep this drive alive.
And looking to throw now on 1st down. Oh, can you believe it? He dropped the ball. don't see that often from this excellent receiver. It's going to bring up second down.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is that's a pass you've got to have to come up with and make a catch.
Looking to pass here on second down. Catch made on the right side. Defense reacts quickly. A very short gain on the play.
Quarterback looks downfield to make this throw. He wants to be able to get the ball to be able to pick up enough yards for a first down. But instead, he gets the ball at least underneath to the drag route and gets some positive yards.
The biggest plays we've had so far. Third down and the crowd really getting into it. The gun now on third down. QB to the tight end for a completion. To be brought down to the 46, good enough for a first down.
Gain of 18. Good enough for a first down.
And the Gators moving quickly down the field here. First and still going. They bring him down, but a solid run there by the sophomore.
What a drive by this offense. Another big gain, and look at the defense. Huffing and puffing, hands on their hips. This offense is wearing them down both mentally and physically.
The Gators line up on first and 10. Clock stops officially 2 minutes to go before the end of this game. We'll take a quick pause. This line getting set up. It's a first down play. Shotgun formation. Here's an inside handoff. Nowhere to run up the middle. And now the defense decides to spend a timeout to regroup a bit. Second down play coming up for this offense. From the gun, he looks for an open man. Quick throw, catch made on the out route. And now a timeout quickly called by the defense as they try to get everybody on the same page here.
The key here, Chris, is the timing by the quarterback. The fact he got the ball out quickly gave his receiver a chance. One more hitch or a slight hesitation, and that's an incompletion or an interception.
Into the defense, got to be frustrated. The offense cannot be stopped here. Drops back, needing a third down completion here. Throws it to the right. Finds a man downfield. That's a big gain to the right. Tackle made quickly at the 11, but the offense in the red zone now.
Well, this is why this guy's one of the top wide receivers in college football. It's third down. The defense knows you're probably going to go to him, and they still can't stop him from coming down with a big play.
Out of the shotgun, he'll hand it off. Tackle behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
Chris, textbook job by the defense surrounding the runner and preventing that play from being bounced to the outside.
Coming to the line on second down. This is important. They want to avoid a third and long. And a timeout is called. They'll talk it over, tied late here in the fourth quarter. Coming to the line on second down. This is important. They want to avoid a third and long. Same tailback, another carry. And they finally stop him, but a decent gain that time. And now the defense will call a timeout. There's something they didn't like about that look, and make an adjustment for this important play. This is crucial. Defense needing a stop on third down, trying to force a field goal. He'll drop back here on third down. Cannot get the throw. He's taken down. What a huge play at this stage of the game.
What was the quarterback thinking here? There's just absolutely no way you can take a sack in this situation. And now it's fourth down.
Now a late timeout is taken. 6 seconds showing on the clock. So on fourth down, it's an all-important field goal attempt. Hold your breath here. He missed it. Off target that time. Here in the fourth quarter, the game remains tied.
That's a missed opportunity for some points here. The way they were moving the football, I thought maybe a touchdown, at the very least 3 points, but instead, he shanks it.
Here's the first play of the drive now from the 20-yard line. They'll try the ground game here with the running back. Watch the spin move. They get him down, but the junior with an excellent run there. So tied up after regulation, we go to overtime. Remember, in college football, it's dueling possessions. In the second overtime, if we get there, you have to go for 2 points if you score a touchdown. And the third overtime, Kirk, just becomes a series of 2-point tries.
And I know that's your favorite, to see if we can get to that third series of these overtimes. I love extra football, so I'm looking forward to this. Let's see who's going to win it.
That run, good for a first down. The offense still rolling. Takes the handoff, heads to the right. And the broken tackle there produces a solid gain. And the Rebels come to the line to run the hurry up. They go with the ground game here. Running back takes the handoff. And they've got it in the backfield. Nowhere to run. They'll lose a yard on the play.
Well, I don't think the offensive line gave the back much of a chance at all. Now, give credit to the defense. It was almost like they were anticipating a run and got up close to the line of scrimmage in a hurry.
Going to pick up the third and short through the air. Trying for a pick six to win the game. Breaks into the open. He steps out of bounds. A solid return and a great play to set up his offense here.
Oh, no. They may have just cost themselves the game with this interception. That's the last thing you can afford to do in overtime. Now it simply comes down to, can you stop your opponent from scoring, or the game is over.
So this defense now needs to come up with something special to make a play to stay in this game in OT. It's an RPO. The quarterback gets it out quickly. They finally make the tackle, but it's going to be first and goal from the 6.
And there's the tight end who shows off his hands.
First and goal now as the offense tries to just punch it in and win the game right here. First and goal, handoff. And the senior able to make the stop after a short gain. coming to life here, trying to help this defense down in the red zone. And off inside, looking for the touchdown. And he's in there. Touchdown to win this game in overtime. Wow.
Man, that's another touchdown for this guy. This defense better adjust and get eyes into that backfield, or he may go for a third or a fourth later today.
Well, it's been a great season. Big things still possible, Kirk, but for the first time, they run into a hurdle they can't clear. Now, how will they respond to this first loss?
And I think that's the big question. One loss isn't going to eliminate these guys from the playoffs, but all they can do and focus on now is resetting, regrouping, and maybe use this loss as fuel down the stretch.
And that is going to do it. We enjoy being here. For Kirk Street, I'm Chris Fowler, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.